Hi, in this episode, we're going to talk about a couple of tips for homeowners who want to sell their home for top dollar. Hi, thank you so much for checking out the YouTube channel. My name is John Pena with Pena El Paso Realty Group. If you are seriously looking to buy or sell or invest in a home in El Paso, please consider reaching out to us. Now, let's talk about tips for selling your house in El Paso. We're just going to jump right into it. I'm going to give you three main points here. Number one, your house has to be clean. I'm standing in a bathroom to make this point because we came in yesterday, we cleaned this home up, we staged it, we're going to be putting it on the market. However, when we came in yesterday, it was actually kind of dirty, and actually some people, if you're not into cleaning, might even say that it was kind of gross. So now, I mean, you can eat off of this thing, right? Because we spent the time to clean this home up, and that should be a no-brainer. But if you really want to sell your home for top dollar, first things first, the house has got to be clean, all right? So that one is super, super important. Let's go out of the bathroom and talk about number two. So the second point is, if you really want to sell your home for top dollar, you're trying to attract buyers who are going to see such value in your home that they offer you top dollar, right? That's the goal. And in order for buyers to see the value in your home, the home really needs to be staged. Now, I'm not saying it needs to be staged professionally. Actually, we staged this with most of the homeowners' own furniture. We only brought in a number of pieces ourselves to just kind of add the details, which we'll talk about. But a home needs to be staged, and why? Because you need to set a scene. The buyer does not want to come into your home and see what your life looks like. Pictures on your walls, all of your personal belongings. A buyer wants to come into the house and they want to be able to picture themselves in that space, in that house. What's their furniture going to look like? What's the light going to be like at this time of day, right? So essentially, as a real estate agent and a company, it's our job to present the home in its best light. And in order to do that, we have to stage it. And so what does it mean to stage a home? Maybe first, before you even clean, you need to get a lot of this clutter out of the way. We took a ton of stuff out of this home yesterday. Everything was covered in plastic. There was a ton of additional furniture that we moved into the garage, and we essentially kept the pieces that we thought would look great, and then we put everything else out in the garage. Why? Because you need to go for more of a minimal feel here. You do not want people to come into a space and feel like there's a hoarder living here, or that the clutter is so overwhelming that they can't breathe. They want to see space. They want to see what the walls look like. They want to see what the dimensions of the windows are. They don't want everything hidden behind all of your stuff. So one of the most important things to do when you're staging a home is to get rid of the clutter and get down to kind of the less is more philosophy. So let's move one more time and talk about the third point if you want to sell your home for top dollar. Okay, the third and final point that kind of goes into all of this is, the house has to be cleaned, it has to be staged. Staged meaning essentially only the most critical, crucial pieces of furniture in the home, minimal, right? Then the third thing that we really like to do to kind of take it over the top is create focal points in the home, spaces that are small, and maybe put the home buyer into a position where they register something visually. Oh, that's very pleasant. Or, oh, there's some place where I could drink wine. Oh, here's where I would have my coffee in the morning. So focal points are super, super important, but also attention to details. We've, for instance, tried to line up all of the furniture relatively symmetrically within the window frames, and we've tried to space things out symmetrically, right? So those details resonate with a lot of people. And then the other thing that we really like is to really kind of create that story for people. So with our staging in this room, for instance, this is a flex room. It's not a bedroom. It doesn't have a closet. It doesn't enclose with a door. It might might be frowned upon by some buyers, but what we want to do is we want to flip it and we want to show what the possibilities are for a flex room. Maybe you're going to do yoga and you're going to get healthier. Maybe you're going to have a nice quiet office that you never had before. And so, you know, those attention to details, creating those focal points, the staging, all of that really kind of goes into selling your house for top dollar. Okay, so hopefully that's a useful, quick video for you. Again, if you're really going to sell your home for top dollar, things to consider: staging the home, it has to be clean, and create those focal points or create those spaces that help buyers kind of visualize their own stories about happiness and joy in your space, which is what we're hopefully wanting and wishing for everybody. So that's one little tip for sellers. Now, of course, the next tip, of course, is going to come as no surprise, but what you should definitely do if you're willing to go through this to sell your home for top dollar is reach out to Pena El Paso Realty Group, because once you make the home look like this, you're going to need Miguel, and you're going to need somebody who can come in and put together an epic video that really shows off the space. And then, of course, there are tons of other things that go into selling your homes where you are likely going to need and want a very experienced and knowledgeable real estate agent like myself. So thank you so much for everything. If you have any questions on any of that content, by all means reach out to us. We've got an awesome email newsletter. If you are interested in getting a hold of that, please contact us, and we'll see you in the next episode.